with
Austin Gervasio.
And we're going to be working on homework 5. Okay. So, yeah. Now, from the link that she posted in here with this hint, it says use this thing called script/generate. But when I went and looked up Active Record, like documentation itself, it says that you can just have Rails generate. So do you think it'll be like a huge thing if I, or which one do you think I should use?
I'm sorry, you are...
I'm like flying around right now.
Yeah, I see. So
if you're watching my screen share,
right, you're
there's
at part 1.
Part 1. There has this hint add column method for active record migration. If you go over there, it tells you about add column, which is just a public method. And then it gives you an example of how you would run this in the bash terminal. So script/generate migration, name of the migration, or name of the effectively function, and then how or what you want to add to the table. Post ID in this case would be the thing, or like the index into the table. Like
Okay.
type, and then this would actually be the, well, type was the wrong word for it, but the actual type would be next to it. So what that would make me think would be we just call script/generate migration, add director to movies, director : string, and
Yeah.
that would be it.
Yeah.
However, I was a little bit unsure about that, so I Googled active record migrations for a little more information. And on that page, it has the very same sort of thing, but using this Rails generate call. Now, we've used Rails before, but I don't know if like the problem for me is that they seem similar enough where it doesn't seem to matter. But if we're messing with the database and we make a mistake, that sounds like something's going to be bad. But I can probably just go ahead with the script generate and trust that that works, right? That doesn't seem too weird, right?
Oh, that was a lot to...
Sorry.
I mean, they looked exactly the same, I thought. Like, what's the difference? Like,
well, that's the thing is I don't know what this script...
Can you go back to the Ruby one? The one that the Ruby doc... I think it's the tab to the right.
Oh,
yeah,
this one?
Yeah,
well,
that was good. That one, yeah.
Yeah. Instead of having the script/generate, which
well,
I
that one
don't know
says it says underneath that creates an empty migration. It's not, you haven't defined something for it to do.
Yeah, but
so the way so that one is what you want. Yeah.
Yeah, you can use this and then it
Yeah.
defines that. And it seems to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, so the first parameter there is just naming the migration. You can name it whatever you want. It's just because it gets saved and you can run it later if you're ever, if you wanted to run it again on, like, maybe you have a separate development and like testing database or something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So the first thing doesn't matter. All that matters is that the second part with the name of the field value and the type of, string in our case.
So we want Rails generate migration.
Mm-hmm.
Add director to movies. All uppercase here. Add director to movies, and then we'd want...
I mean, make sure that in the tutorial here, it's not asking us to name it something super specific. I guess we'll just call it...
Yeah, it seems to be lowercase director.
Yeah.
So then director : string. And that should do it.
Mm-hmm.
Then let's go ahead.
I can't... I want to see your terminal. Was that it?
Oh, okay, you've got into it. Invoke active record, create DB.
Well, you can tell because it got smaller.
Yeah, it got way smaller.
I'm sorry, I'm on my laptop. It's actually already pretty big.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's as big as I can reasonably make it.
Okay, I can work with that. So it says that it worked.
Mm-hmm.
Seems that it worked. Created DB migrate. Yeah, created that DB migrate for add director to movie, which is, hey, right there. Add column. Ooh, wait a second. Is that exactly? Add columns, products, part string.
Why? What's wrong?
I want to be certain that that's doing what I think it's doing.
All right, so we can just go into DB, right? And it looks like there it did create a. If you go into what is it?
Yeah, DB migrate.
Yeah, DB migrate, and then you can see that there's one called Add Director to Movies, and I think that looks good. Is that consistent with what you saw on that Ruby tutorial there?
Yes. I mean, well.
Yeah. Yeah.
It starts with add columns, and then products is still okay.
Add column to the name of database, new string name, and then the type. Yeah. Looks just right.
All right.
So now we have to go into movies controller and add the parameter director, probably as the last parameter if I had to guess. So we're just gonna call it director.
Yes.
Okay.
Then remember, once the migration is applied, you have to do rake db test prepare to load the new post migration schema into the database. Okay, so
I'm scared. It's commands like that just ruin our day every time.
Yeah, that's the one where it's gonna nuke our database. If
everything's gonna explode.
Control. So then up is collaborator. All right, we're entirely sure we want to do this. Anything else we want to check first?
No.
We're all good? Okay. All right.
Happy with it.
Let's prepare. Deprecation warnings, sprockets, deprecation warnings, sprockets, registered, deprecated, callback from these.
We have to be running the server, don't we?
We have to be running the server. I did rake routes. Just a
and it worked. Okay.
And it worked without that. And when I did the part of the setup that I did earlier was, bundle exec. Maybe you have to do bundle exec. Ooh.
No, why?
Well, earlier in the introduction, it added the bundle exec in front of it.
No.
No. Maybe we should start up the server or start it up.
They're only warnings, but it's nothing's. It didn't look good. It looked like it was just complaining the whole time.
Maybe this should. So, do you think we should start up the server?
Yeah, I mean,
start this and then.
What's the point of rake db test prepare? Probably that command sounds like it rebuilds the database. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you look back over at the GitHub, I was just talking about the introduction and setup part. It added that bundle exec
at the very top.
Yes, it did it at the very top. But then it says that I mean, that was where the commands I used to actually modify the database.
You did. Hold on, I can see what you did because we have a shared terminal.
Yeah.
It's
still there.
Well, no. When do you see that? When did you do that? I mean, go for it. I mean, I guess the worst thing that happens is it just says no. Or, yells at us. Like I don't think it'll cause anything horrible to happen.
Just remind type. Rails sprockets called from level 2 Rattlite. I don't know if that changed anything or not.
I don't either.
What was the server start command? It was like Rails
-s.
-s. And then,
are you doing it in another terminal? I don't see it. Okay, yeah.
I have a third terminal.
-p $port -B
IP.
IP.
Oh, it's not -S, it's just S.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, no, I thought the same. All right, it's up.
Oh,
There's no movies in here right now.
Well, that's because we downloaded a new setup from GitHub and we just initialized the database. So there shouldn't be. It would be weird if there was.
Mm-hmm. To apply database migrations, create a file called. Okay, wait. Once you have the clone of the repo, change the Rotten Potatoes directory. Bundle install without production to make sure gems are all properly installed. Bundle exec rake db migrate. Bundle exec rake db test.
But we're not actually sure that the test database wasn't created, right?
Yeah, we're not exactly sure.
I mean, I think it was. I can't be 100% because test.sqlite3 is a file that exists in the database folder. I wish that it doesn't seem like Cloud9 lets you look at the creation or modify dates of a file, so it's hard to tell if it's been modified or placed there by running that command. Because development also exists and we definitely haven't done anything to make that exist, I don't think so.
Rake db migrate.
Wait, what'd you just do?
I'm running the migrate and the test prepare again. I might not have actually done those, but the first time. I ran the migrate this time and it worked. And running this one, it still had the same results, but it did say that there was a director now. Rotten Potatoes still doesn't have any data in it. Is there this isn't telling us to see the database, right?
No, I think that's exactly what it's telling. What that's doing, right? You type migrate to to build the database.
Migrating. Add columns, movies, directors, string. It did the migration that we told it to do, but it didn't seed the rest of everything else or create.
Did you do the RSpec?
I did do the RSpec.
That says that it should prevent it from issuing deprecation warnings.
Oh wait, what do you mean exactly then?
So step 4, if you look underneath the block of code, it says that it should prevent it from issuing deprecation warnings.
Yeah, I've edited that.
It's still throwing deprecation warnings.
I have edited that. RSpec.rb has been edited to include all of that. Feature step definitions, web steps.
So I don't understand, because I feel like that means that we shouldn't be having that issue at all.
Add to the list of movie attributes in the def movie params method in the movie's controller. Remember, once the migration is applied, you do the rake db test prepare to load the new post-migration schema into the test database. We've provided 3 Cucumber scenarios to drive creation of the happy path of search for movies by director. First lets you add director info. I'm just going on to part 2 right now. I don't know if we can even determine if it didn't work. I mean, right now it said that the migration worked.
I'm going to say that it probably worked.
Here right now,
I think that there's definitely commands we can issue to like query the database, but I just don't know what they are off the top of my head.
Mhm.
But if you were to add a movie, like if we should be able to add and then check like the director of a movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I forget what the commands are like for SQLite.
Mhm.
I think it's.
I'm just gonna take this as what it is and just go on to part 2.
Okay.
Provided 3 Cucumber scenarios to drive creation of the happy path of search for movies by director. First lets you add director info to an existing movie and doesn't require creating any new views or controller actions, but does require modifying existing views and require creating a new step definition and possibly adding a line or two in paths.rb. Second lets you click on the find movies of the same director and shows the third handles the sad path. And the current movie has no director info, but we try to do find the same director anyway. Going 1 cucumber step at a time, use RSpec to create the appropriate controller and model specs to drive the creation of the new controller and model methods. At the least, you will need to write tests to drive creation of a RESTful route for find similar movies, a controller method for... Okay, so I guess, where is this? Where do I add this? We've provided 3 cucumber scenarios to drive creation of the happy path of search. The first... Okay, so we have these cucumber scenarios. We have to add them somewhere? Or do we just, like, what do we do with those exactly? I know we should be testing them.
Wow, the instructions on this are like very condensed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's why she said that we probably should start it or get a jump on this early because it's dense for a lot of stuff's going to be going on.
So 3 cucumber scenarios to drive creation.
How did we do this before? I'm gonna go back.
So did you click that Pastebin link? This is some pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just
it's like
it has the cucumber tests.
Okay, so what are we doing? We've got this code, so we need to add a new file in features. I guess we can name it whatever we want.
Oh, right. It's features. Right, that's how we did
it. What to call it? Search by director. I don't know. Search by director dot feature. That sounds like a name. Okay.
And then that's where we keep that. Okay. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
So now, if the test says given the following movies exist, does that mean that we have to add these movies to the database? I forget how this is done. No, right?
I imagine that it will pass automatically if those movies aren't in there. Because it will only continue if those movies are even in there. So
okay,
we could probably just go to Rotten Potatoes and add those movies by hand.
I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna run this in Cucumber and see what happens.
Go ahead.
Oh, I did it in my own. When I go to the edit page for Alien, I don't even see that.
Yeah, they're not in the database yet.
What? Can you see my? You have my terminal open?
I don't have your terminal. I don't have your terminal. I can open it though. Let's see. Terminal. Do you happen to see which terminal it is? I can't.
Oh, okay, there it is. It's just called. It's 6717731 is the little number next to it.
I'm not seeing that number. I'm just gonna open up whatever I can. Wait, nope. That's an interesting terminal. Oh, nope, I don't want to close that. No, I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so we need to modify paths.rb.
Paths.rb?
As like a first step, yeah.
Okay. It does require modifying existing views and will require creating a new step definition and possibly adding a line or two to features to path.rb.
Yeah.
Add a director to an existing movie. Doesn't require creating any new views or controller actions. Wait, what was that? I'm going to look at that. That was over in search by. Okay, so you think I should put, well, actually, let's add the new movie. Does it give me, it doesn't even give me the option to add a director. I guess that's sort of the point. Right now, I can't. Okay, well, that's sort of the point. I mean, this already fails, but I guess Alien isn't even in there. So should I?
Well, it says given the following movies exist. I think that means that like it's green, you know, given the following movies exist. Right?
Right. Okay, so like maybe if we
think that.
Yeah, can you run that again in terminal that I have, or the terminal that we used before?
The test, yeah.
Yeah, just so I can see its output.
Yeah, so that terminal is here. So this is the output of that. Right, so 3 passed, right? One of the ones that passed is...
I can't see up to the point where it passes.
You can't scroll, right?
No, I can't.
This is bad.
Okay, that helps. All right, so it can't do 3. Wait, okay, I can't see the point where it passed, but you can just tell me what passed.
Well, it just says 3 passed at the bottom. Like it just says 3 passed. I'm not 100% sure what passed, but something had to have passed.
Oh, okay, you can't scroll up either. Okay. We can't see what passed at all.
No, there's nothing. There's nothing. I just had something on a terminal that only I can see because that makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
So on the one that I can see, it says at the top, given the following movies exist, is
Here,
in
put on
green.
your screen share. Put on your screen share.
My entire screen. Wow. Okay. So if you look not in this top terminal, but in the bottom one, you can see given the following movies exist is green, which is different than what is even in the terminal that we're sharing, I don't see any such thing. But I mean, yours also complains about a deprecation warning, and mine doesn't. It's almost like we have two completely. Oh no, never mind. But anyway, yeah. Given the following movies exist is green, on that bottom terminal.
Okay.
And that's part of. I think that's like the three that pass. And
All right then.
Not sure what.
Okay. All right, then I guess that means we just have to do the code. Can you remember from last time how we effectively like commented out things from the test? Just so we could run like this first scenario first without having to deal with the second and third.
How to just run the first scenario?
Yeah. There was a way that they did it.
Yeah. Is it just one? You just type a scenario? No, totally not. That would be too easy.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, whatever. Like,
So, all right. So we have to get a page, or look. Okay, let me think. Just
go and add a mapping into paths
for edit, I imagine.
Can't find mapping from the edit page to a path.
Get edit. Yeah, there's no paths already, or there's no paths that I can see. Navigation helpers. Def path to page name, case page name. Rotten Potatoes homepage, then movies. Else begin.
I mean, wasn't this in the old one that we had anyway? It wasn't the old movies / paths. Would have had to have had this. Like, this is just clicking on edit. Like, this is like the easiest. Right?
Say again. Sorry, say it again.
So we've got this. It wants this path.
Where are you looking? Yeah, right there.
Okay. I don't know. It can't find a mapping from when I go to the edit page. So the edit page. So let's go to Rotten Potatoes, the old one, and look at that paths.rb.
The old one? Sorry, go ahead.
As like an example, because I'm pretty sure that it has paths like that in it already. But I can't, of course, I can't find
you probably want to use the cucumber one from last week, not the Sinatra.
Which one is that?
BDD cucumber. This one.
What's it in again? Models? No.
If you're looking at the path.rb file, that would be in features.
Which is its own folder, yeah.
Features. Ooh, wait, not features. Where's this thing? How did I get that wrong? Oh no, features support. Okay. The support subfolder. Then it has the path.rb. It's the same file. There hasn't been.
Yeah. So.
Oh well, it does have this other line there. Yeah. When the movies page, then movies.
Yeah, that's not exactly what we want, but that's sort of like, I guess that it helps us more with the formatting, even though we're going to have to make a regex for it.
Well, I think that's what this line here is saying. When profile page, right? That's what that's. I don't know what the I at the end means, but. when
Where do you see an I? Oh, I just
22.
means wow. She told like I think that means ignore case.
Makes sense. Okay.
And then I think W means like multi-line.
That pulls values out of the regex user profile path user.find by login 1. I don't know what that's doing exactly. Going one cucumber user spec.
Well, find by login is just passing to like some other method if that's what. So you kind of want.
This is looking
The
similar.
edit page for. Then some sort of name like that.
Or well, couldn't you have like this is edit page? This thing's edit page.
What?
Instead of 4, you could have it as
Well, no, that's what you need. That's like how it's worded for in the cucumber file. Like
okay. The edit page 4 is how it's stated.
When I go to the edit page 4 is like what it's called. So that's what you have to.
Okay.
I just don't know how to write the ending of the regex now. I mean, it's a $$ seems promising, but when I do it, it looks weird. I don't think that that's how it's supposed to look, you know.
Well, that's the way it looks for a regex.
Yeah, but then the whole thing turns red.
Yeah, that's how a regex looks. Like down here at page name, that's a regex, or that's a regex.
Okay.
Well, I don't know why this thing isn't done. Thinking about it, maybe it's the $? No, it isn't. It's the slash, I guess.
Because there's no regex in that one.
There isn't.
Okay. No, not really. It's just matching a string. I don't think it's regex though. Like
okay.
The actual regex part is just the parentheses, the dot, and the asterisk. Right.
The Rotten Potatoes home pages. It calls movies, or it goes movies, following that path. Where we keep those paths? Is that in the index? Or is that like in the routes? Calls movies. When I raked routes, it gives me an option for edit movie.
What?
In one of the terminals, I did the rake routes command, which shows me what paths exist.
Mm-hmm.
It does have one for edit movie. I think I'm just thinking too far ahead or something. There's this thing on the GitHub that's a guide for Ruby's on Rail routing. I'm just going to look at that for a minute.
Okay.
I don't know if it's exactly related, but it was linked there, and I think it might do something at least.
Money sign 1.
App page. Hmm. Movies, pet movie. Done movies.
Case page name.
User.
I forget what the URLs look like when you're browsing the site, like by, whatever, how the URL changes or how it's affected. Is it literally just movie/alien? I also don't have access to the server that you're running.
You don't have access to it?
Well, if you want to just send me the link or something, like I don't know what the URL is to look at it at all.
Okay. Yeah, I can copy that over. Trade the movie. No.
On what? GroupMe?
GroupMe. That might explain why I was confused. If you look at this, well, does this look right to you?
Does what look right? I'm sorry.
The Rotten Potatoes. Well, I guess you could see it before, but
oh no, I saw it before because I was looking at your screen.
Right.
I don't think that there's
Any
anything
problem?
wrong, but okay, so I added Poodle, right? And now it's just okay, so the URL is completely nonsensical and maps to a movie ID, so that's interesting. Because how do you map? Well, there has to be a way.
I think that we're going about this. I guess I can't say for certain, but it doesn't seem like that we're going about this the right way.
Why? This has to be done. It's part of the.
Yeah, but I mean, we shouldn't be. I don't think we should have like the explicit URL. Like,
no, we shouldn't. There's a way to generate the URL. That example that they showed, user profile path, like that's kind of what we want, except we want, I believe, movies path.
When I go to the edit page for Alien, yeah, it goes when I go to page. So
you want to go into movies path after that, and I think it's in views that we can figure out what exactly it's called.
In views.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh right, the index or the edit. There's the edit one. What's in here? It doesn't actually. Oh, we'll have to edit that too later on.
Might be index. The edit page. How? You mean the edit page? What edit page? Oh.
There's one for edit. There's a handle for edit.
Yeah, I see. So you've got, you've an edit button.
Controller actions does require modifying existing users and require creating a new step def and possible. Existing views and creating a new step definition. Do we create a new step definition? That would be in web steps or?
I think it's in the file that we're in right now.
Which file?
So this, if you look in, okay, it says, it says paths is used by web steps, but it also says at the very top, you know what? It's because I'm in the wrong goddamn. Am I? Oh, now this is confusing. Homework acceptance unit test cycle. Are we both in the same paths? Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
It says you should delete this file at the top.
TLDR,
It
you
says
should
messages
delete
used
this
by
file.
web steps, which you should also delete, which sounds ridiculous to me. Why would we delete these?
You have been warned.
What?
that line 5. You have been warned. I don't know why it says, but it said that as well as in the other path for the last assignment. So I don't know why.
Did it? Are you sure about that?
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Oh, but now I'm looking in the wrong movie steps, aren't I? Yeah, I'm looking in the wrong movie steps. Yeah, great. Save the edit, Hamel.
Okay.
So we have to modify the views, but that's means nothing yet because we still have to do. What else was it? It was
movie path.
New views or controller actions, but does require modifying existing views and require creating a new step definition, possibly adding a line or two. Paths. So we have paths, and that's in the right one. So then over in.
So that's close, but you have to add something that to post the data that you want. So like, if you hit edit, it just can't find a mapping.
What is this on line 16? What is this then movies thing doing?
Oh, it's just telling it where to go.
It's just telling it where to go, right?
You literally, like, if you go to if you want to be on the homepage, you're just going to /movies.
Okay. And where does it say that that's where you would want to go exactly? URI pattern?
I don't know if that's how that works.
Well, if you look at mine, or if you take a look at my screen, it seems like when I did the rake routes, it says this information. But I mean, if we're doing an edit here, we want it to, well, I guess we want to go to the edit page. We don't want to explicitly do an edit, right? We just want to get the edit view, right?
Sorry. We have edit. Like, yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, like the problem is it has to be the edit view for this one specific movie.
Right. So
that's the horribly difficult part.
Prefix edit movie, so but we just have to figure out the ID, like the ID of the movie. That would be what we're talking about.
Sorry.
I'm confused as to what is even going on exactly. You seem to have a better idea, but my instinct would be to follow what it's doing here in 16 and do then something. Now this
problem is we have to call.
Sorry, go ahead.
We literally have to incorporate something from the, like, we have to do it more like it's written on 24 because we have to map the name of a movie to the number of a movie within the database, which means that we have to make some sort of call.
Right.
Do you get it?
We have to make some form of call. Also, is it movie path or movies path? What would that?
Not sure. Both
Sure.
are both of them are a thing.
But that would be. Is it the movies path thing from Index? From the Hamels for the views?
Yeah, that's why it's called movie path in the Hamel. That's why I'm using it. Like more about uses movie path and all of the other ones use movies path. So I really have absolutely no idea which one it's supposed to be because
Well, okay. Well, this
you
is
see that?
not exactly. Where was it?
I'm in index the
Index.
Hamel file. If
Yeah.
you look at the bottom, it uses movie path. If you look anywhere else, it uses movies
Movies
path.
path.
No clue what the difference is. No clue how to figure out what the difference is.
Well, it's from the rake. It's from the rake. Uh, ooh, okay, wait, that might clear it up. Um, maybe edit movie.
Huh?
Because if you look at mine, in the Hamel, this is referring to the route that it's going to follow in order to get to the place. So
Hmm.
movie's path for this is talking about like the details that you're going to be building in the main like homepage.
Okay.
It's following the path specified by the prefix movies, whereas the other calls use movie path because they're going to be following. Well, what is this doing in this case? It's talking about uh, link to more about specific things. It follows the movie path, which is right here. Now, if we want to do an edit, then we have a path already specified here is edit underscore movie. So it'd be edit under movie path, I think.
Okay, we can try it.
Like edit.
So edit underscore movie $1 and that's it. That should be the thing.
And
Yeah.
what's the $1 in this case? Do you follow what that
The
is?
first argument
First argument?
of the regex, the edit page
Okay.
for something.
Okay. So, okay.
So that's just saying edit movie path, whatever was provided to Cucumber, like in this case, Alien.
Yes. Okay. It says that we're gonna have to modify other things anyway, but is there a way that we can like test that right now and it will
Now everything's broken.
now everything's broken?
Well, it says record not found is what it says. Like now it's saying that the record Alien is not found. Okay, couldn't find movie with ID equals Alien.
Mm-hmm. To me, that says that we just don't have it in the database.
Yeah, but if we just delete this, if we delete the code we just added and then run it, it's gonna run. It's gonna be it gets further. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure. No, it does not.
does not know
Wait.
what they are.
I hate these terminals. They are so bad. Couldn't find movie with ID equals Alien. Okay, why? Well, because it's not there.
Yeah,
How do we add all of them?
I mean, I can just add the movie Alien.
Yeah, I guess.
Alien. What was the What was its other details? Rating R, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, I have this.
What I really
R. Yeah, 1997, 79.
1979 525. Yeah. I'll be right back.
Wow, that's inconvenient. That's very inconvenient. Okay. Am I just messing this stuff up? Because shouldn't this be like seed? I've messed it up. Great. Great! More about Poodle, because we still have Poodle. Hey, Poodle for deletion. Cool. Well, I can just do that. That's convenient. We're not very safe in terms of, somebody could just walk in and delete everything. Speaking of which, then we get rid of you. Now we have no movies. Okay, so we don't want to use this list of movies because it's not the accurate one. It's not accurate to what we need to do, which would be to use this one. Is there a way I can just sort of... Oh, and I can't add a new movie because this does not let me go any farther than 2014. So to me, it seemed like we have to change the database, get rid of all these movies, swap it out for something different that is better. Which, I mean, it can do, I guess. We go like that. Title is Alien. Rating is R.
Okay. Did you?
I can't add Alien to the database because the database is kind of dumb. It won't let me specify 1979 as a year, so I have to type it out differently.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. What's this? The file that you have right there that just showed like.
That's the seed file, seeds.rb. But these are all the movies that we would have used back in the other test for.
We make our own. I don't understand. That seems kind of ridiculous.
I mean, we can make our own. That's what I was thinking. We should.
Yeah, we should, right? Like.
Seems like it. And then we just seed the database with those.
Yeah.
However, I don't know exactly how that will work with this whole can't seed the director for Alien. Rating, release date.
Well, there is no director for Alien, right?
Right, and then we just can write over it. Release date. Nope, it's not November 25th. It's 5/25. 5 is May. And okay. Nope. Don't do that. Okay, then should I just get rid of these values in here, or should I like block comment this out? Go. Then we can just start adding. Let's take this, copy it over. And then we do basically the same thing for the other few, which is inconvenient to say the least. And it seems like we're just doing something wrong because it takes forever. Star Wars. Oh, come on. Star Wars. G, I think. Get away with that back in the PG. All right, some parents had to watch that. And we could have director. Rocket. Hey. Lucas. How about that? Open release date is not that. 79. Okay, same day, 2 years later. Sure. Why not? So wait, that should wait. No, it was the other way around, wasn't it? Alien was 2 years after that, so this would be 77.
Okay, I'm sorry. I made more coffee because it seems like this is going to be a more coffee type of.
Yeah, yeah. Seems like it. I don't have coffee, so I'm just gonna go for it. Search by. Okay, we've got. Nope, I can get rid of one of those because we only have 2 more Blade Runner and THX.
What?
I'm copying them over by basically by hand into the seed file.
Into the what file?
The seed file, so we can just add them all to the database so that they are there. Why is there a comma at the end of that line? That's weird. Seems like that should break, but then we need to go over, and it's Blade Runner PG, Ridley Scott, 82, June. So Blade Runner. Rating is that can't be PG. That's got to be R. No way. Yeah, no. PG. How'd they do it? How'd they do it? Well, I guess it doesn't have too much in it. That'd be kind of weird. Ridley Scott. Not Scenario. That'd be an interesting name. And then that was June of 82. Also 25th, right? Yep, cool. And then THX is THX 1138. What the heck? THX 1138. Rating. That was R. That one had to be. Yeah, that's also R. George Lucas. What? 71. That's interesting. Never heard of that. 71 Mar. All right. That seems like it's all copied over.
I mean, other than, what is it, THX, unless that's also George Lucas?
It's also George Lucas.
Okay.
Never heard of it. But now, if we run, where is it? Oh,
yeah, exactly. How do we even...
bundle exec rake db seeds the database with whatever's in that. And I really hope to God that I saved. I did not, did I? Please tell me. Oh, no. Okay. It's worked. All right.
You did it? It worked?
Yep. There's values now. It doesn't show the director yet because we haven't modified the views controller or anything yet to display the director as part of this, which should be what's probably next, I would think. So, okay. There's got to be a way for this. Movie title, rating, release date. Okay, so movies that each. Do we want rating before? Let's have it after. Oh.
Are you editing the
index, the Hemel for index?
The Hemel for index? You mean the Hemel for edit, right?
Well, I'm editing it for index right now because we have to change the main page layout so it actually shows the director.
Oh, okay. I thought we were. Yeah, okay. I skipped a step. Okay.
I'll just do it after release date. TD movie director. Hey, cool! It exists. It shows that it exists. Link to release date. Movie title. Okay, wait. That's talking up at the top. So then we need to add another
Did you
step.
save it?
Hmm?
You saved the
I
file?
haven't saved it because I'm still thinking because we need to do something along the lines of this for.
I think that's only if you want to sort by, though. Only if you want to sort by director.
Find movies with themes. Oh yeah, third. Ooh yeah.
No, you don't want to do that.
We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
I think that's all you want to change, at least in this file. I just don't know if there's going to be a heading for that field yet. That might have to be changed as more part of the. It's not CSS, but it's basically CSS. I think that's how the table is actually defined.
Well, how would we?
Well, just save it and let's see what it looks like, right? So
Okay,
see,
well, more info gets slid over.
So okay.
So
you just changed all of that in views, movies, index.
Really? Wait a second. Okay, I just for my own. Yeah. Okay. All right. Somebody was having whoever. Sure. Nothing. Okay. So how do we fix that? Is there just some way to line that up so it makes sense?
Yeah. So
I guess we should add
in the definition of the movies table.
Mm-hmm.
I think the hardest part really is just going to be finding where that is, because I don't think that it's in index.
Oh wait. Wait. No. No. We just add director. Wait. Right here, instead of doing.
What are you talking about?
In the index handle, we have the release date. After when we add the.
Okay. Yeah.
PH director.
Yeah.
Sure. And that should be all she wrote. Hey, look at that.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Not. So you saved that. I want to try to run test. And we've got, of course it complains. We've got couldn't find movie with ID equals alien. So where are we? Paths.rb. ID equals alien / edit. Yeah, that sounds quite weird, but you don't see the failing test, do you?
No, I'm looking at yours and I'm trying to keep quiet so that I don't the screen share doesn't take over again. If you talk again, I can see it.
Yeah, okay. With ID equals alien. This is mind equals blown. I feel like the error has changed despite us I've deleted the new code from paths, and I feel like we had this before, but the error changed just between my and your terminals even.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. It says first let's. Okay, wait, no. Right, 3 cucumber scenarios drive creation of happy path. First lets you add director info to an existing movie and doesn't require creating any new views or controller actions, but does require modifying existing views. and creating a new step definition. So then back over there, here, I'm going to go to the edit page for aliens. So aliens should have an edit page. Okay, so it should have an option for an edit page, but I guess we're going to build that later. We have to make sure it identifies the movie Alien, which is where we're at. So it doesn't know that the movie Aliens exists. But then again, our paths currently doesn't have anything in it, right?
Sorry?
We got rid of the code, but we wrote.
Yes.
So should we change it back just to see if that doesn't fix anything?
It doesn't. It makes the same error, which I don't get, because it's saying like can't find with ID equals alien / edit, which is the code that I used to have. I used to have literally this was the code that I had, which is like the exact like error that it's getting.
Well,
and I want to say that it's somehow looking at an old paths file. But
wait, no. Okay. It's looking for. Wait, can I see the error again? Can you pull it up? I'm gonna have to be quiet.
Yeah. Okay. So here. Nope. Wait. Up one more. So this is the up. It's so hard to read these terminals. Like, if you type clear, it's supposed to clear the terminal, but it doesn't, because that would be too easy. Okay, I think that this is the most recent run of the tests. Like, obviously, the ID is not alien. That's the name. We need a way to go from ID to name. We might just want to add that.
Maybe that's
it's going to be
active record thing.
It should be in, I think, movie.rb.
Well, we don't probably want to do that yet, because I think that might be an active record thing. Here, it's paths.rb, right? This is saying user.find by login. So maybe it's like an active record thing where it automatically builds it, where it says, it would be movie. Okay, movie. Find by. Oh, okay, find by login. But let's say call it. Title?
Find by name, but you have to add. I would say find by name, but whatever. It doesn't. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Try that.
Find by title.
S like $1. $1. But the problem is I'm pretty sure you have to add a method called find by title to movie. Like, well, I don't think that it just exists.
Well, the thing is that I think it's an active record thing that it just generates, but I'm going to active.
Did you save it?
It's not saved, sorry. Active record find by. Finder methods. Nope. Find by finds the first record matching the specified conditions. There is no implied ordering, so if find by fashion name.
So it just says the same. It has the same exact error though, right? Like, couldn't find movie with ID equals alien / edit.
Oh, you ran it again. It has the same error.
Yeah. It's like mildly infuriating.
Why? Okay. Am I not? Maybe I'm not modifying the right. We're not seeing the right path. No, it's the right path. Why did that not? Want to try it again, just for my sake? Try it again. It shouldn't really
It is
change.
so annoying scrolling through these. Yeah, no. See, it's like it literally doesn't matter what we do in paths. Like we can write whatever we want in paths, and it has absolutely no effect on like this error, which makes no sense to me because it even says in the instructions, like okay, like the first thing.
I mean, it is also saying to add a new step definition.
Yes, totally.
We haven't done that.
Yes. Okay. So we should add a step definition for
That would be
movie steps.
movie steps. When okay, well, I'm gonna open. I think I already have both open. Where's this one? Given I am on when I so we should be modify movie steps then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I should see. So we want to catch
We want to catch that
when
line.
I go to the edit page for Alien. That's what we
Yeah.
want. Okay, and that's in movie steps. So I'm gonna put this at the end. It should be when I go to the. I'm just gonna copy this over because it'd be movie page 4. Nope, nope, come on. Grab as much. You grab that, go over here. When I go to the Alien, but we don't want it to be for Alien. When I for now, this should be what would this be then? Step percent. Do you know how this works? Are you looking at my screen? Or
No, I'm thinking about the.
Okay. Make sure that I want to go to the edit page for.
No, because look at the bottom of the error. It's going into web steps. It's going into. I mean, I'm sorry. It's going into paths, and it's calling path 2 in paths, which means that like. Do you see on my screen what I'm showing? Like I have it highlighted. It's like so ultimately all of this is getting passed into path 2.
What does it say for this? Finds the first record matching the specified conditions. Post.find. So that would be So we don't have to modify it. Well, I guess if it's going to web sets, we don't really have to do it.
Yeah, if it's going to web steps, I don't understand what the problem is. Like, now it just says, oh, can't find mapping. The edit page for Alien to a path.
Chapter 8 in the textbook.
I don't think we can just say... Don't you have to use then when you're using a switch in Ruby?
Then when you're using
like the one above it says then, right? Like when something, then something.
Go to the further. Yes. So I want to go to. I'm looking this up in the textbook. Maybe the textbook has like something related to this in chapter 8. Test-driven development. Yep, remember that. Where was it?
Yes.
What was that?
It's like, it's so annoying. Like, the fact that while running these tests, you can't even print out like data and values to see what's going wrong. It adds such a ridiculous layer of complexity that I don't find necessary. Like, I have this like print, right? Because if we knew what page name was when it's being passed in, this would be leagues easier to figure out, what the exact problem is.
Yeah.
But we're not allowed to do that, I guess. Not that it's not allowed, but we can't figure out a way to do it. Any ideas?
Nothing's coming to mind immediately. Like,
so how come this is different? Look at this like error case now.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna put you on. All right, what should I be looking at?
Look at my screen and look at how short the test is now, right? Like, first, like, just look at that. So this is the beginning of it.
Yeah.
This is the end, and it seemingly skips absolutely everything. Like, there is no.
Mm-hmm.
There's one test, and it's not even. It doesn't even look similar to the first test at all.
Action edit controller movies.
I mean, that's different than what we've had.
I mean, it's saying the ID is nil, so it can't find the ID. But it can't find an ID given its title. God. I mean, we could, we could go into movie and specify a function.
Well, no route.
Well, to me, the issue is the ID rocket nil. No route match. It's getting the right action edit. It's getting the right controller. We're looking for the movie's controller. But for the ID of the movie, it's saying it's nil. So that command that I have, find by title, it's clearly just not actually doing what I thought it would do. But it seems like find by.
Well, you had it as caps originally, did you not?
I had it as caps, but I changed it because I mean this is Ruby. Uh, well, the title. Well, I mean, I changed the title to lowercase because if we're looking for a parameter or for something that's in the hash, it's not listed as a capital T title. It's a lowercase t title.
Okay, so hold on. Let's just for so that I don't lose my mind. If we just hard code the
ID.
idea of the movie, it should
It's
pass
fine.
that, right? So if I took this and put
Yeah.
12 as the method parameter, it should now find alien, but for some reason I don't think it will.
The client. Try just.
ID is nil, so I officially have
Wait.
absolutely no idea what is going on.
Okay. Well, wait. It would be movie dot find 12 because we're looking for the movie with the ID 12. Let's try that. Now that I got straight from Active Record. Oh boy, come on. Something different. Something different. So many just deprecation calls.
Amazing.
Got the one. I'm gonna try it on my side just to well, I mean, I'm gonna get a new terminal. With the CD and all this stuff. Rotten. Yeah, cool. And then we do cucumber. Type it out. Copy it over from here. Given the following movies, couldn't find movie with ID 12. Record not found. ID equals 12. Well, I mean, that did look for a movie. Movie dot find by title. Let's see. Hope that's not going to run, but that might run. Here, I'm going to wait. I don't have my screen share back up, so I'm going to set my screen share back again. Then you can stop presenting, and then people can see me. Then we go over here. Ash, let's try it again. When I go to edit, no route matches. Edit ID is still nil. Okay then. So find by that is just not working. First record ordered by primary key default. Last find by finds the first record matching some conditions. For example, client.find by first name : LIFO for. Okay, so that's a little bit different syntax than what we've used every single time before. or rather what we've been using, the title colon. Since we want this as a string, then it would be like pound how would we cast this, the argument 1, is the argument 1 already a string? I don't have to worry about casting it. Do I have to put in like parentheses or something? Can you look at mine, Austin? Yo, Austin, you still here? Wait. I guess I'll try it like that. Hope it doesn't explode. Always ambitious. Still no. Still no. Come on. Where is it? Path. Then movies. Find by title. All right. Find by title. So this should be that or something. Find by space title space. Yeah, that was my comment. Sure. Path movie dot find by title space. Movies. Maybe I'm just a dummy. Movies dot find by. Maybe. Movies. Uninitialized constant movies name error. That's different. But in this one it says find by login.
Sorry. All right, so did you get anywhere?
I'm tossing a different error now, but it's effectively the same thing. Where navigation helpers movie name error. That doesn't. It seems like I've just. This should be movie, probably not movies. But the idea is to check the movie. If this argument, if $1 is the first argument, is that just whatever it is? Do I have to cast it to a string? Do I have to tell this that it's a string?
I mean, I don't think you would cast it to a string because it's definitely already being sent in as a string. Like, what else would it be? Like, maybe if it wanted an integer, you might cast it, but a string is... That's what it has to be coming in, right?
Yeah. And then if we did and
I'm still seeing the exact same error, though. I'm still seeing missing required keys ID. Like, that's still the...
Missing required keys.
Like, ID is nil or whatever. Same thing.
Yeah, we're not getting the ID from what argument we're passing in.
But it doesn't matter what we pass. It just always says that. Like, we've discovered that no matter what, we could literally pass something completely nonsensical, and it would still just come up with this same error. Like, it doesn't matter what we do. Can I just... I just want to try this.
Go ahead.
And we've done this 5 times, removing it. But every single time, it's a different error, so... Okay, so if I'm not mistaken... Okay, yeah, it's still the exact same error, even without that line there. What did you change in... You changed something in what? Movie steps? Or did you undo that? Because I think that could be part of our issue here.
Okay, I can get rid of it in movie steps.
Just make sure you, like, whatever, have it copied in case something that...
I'll hold on to it then. Here. Might cause an error that it's there, but...
No, because I already ran the test, so... Yeah, it's still the exact same error.
Yeah.
With literally nothing added, we have the exact same problem.
Cannot find mapping from the edit page for alien to a path. Now go and add a mapping.
Is that what yours says? Where do you see that? Is that the top error?
Yes. Scenario add director to existing movie. Now go and add a mapping.
So wait, is the error really short for you? It fails like on just one single...
Well, it fails all 3 scenarios, but it stops really...
Is it telling you to add something in path 2?
Yes. Go and add a mapping in path.
Okay. So now... Here's a mapping in paths. Now what? Now what does it...
Now it's gonna toss an error because it doesn't know what to do with this ID.
No. Can't find movie with ID equals 12.
Yeah. Can't find movie with ID equals 12. So that, even though it seems like
that
should be the ID for... It seems like that should be the ID for Alien, it doesn't actually work as the ID for Alien. I don't know why.
Okay, so let's just... Try one. Try one.
One.
It has to be a 1. And now it's...
When I go to the edit page for Alien, and I fill in the director with Ridley Scott, unable to find field director, capybara element not found.
Okay, hold on, because I've got something completely different now. Mine is still saying can't find movie with ID equals 12, even though we've long since
changed that.
Moved past that. Why is this happening?
That's 1.
Okay, no, now I've got it. Okay.
Yeah.
And I fill in director with Ridley Scott. Okay. So now I think that we've just figured out 2 things. One is that given the following movies exist, definitely does populate the movie database, like some database separate from the one that we're looking at on the website, because for us there is an ID equals 12. Actually, no, what happened is that when you ran to seed the movies, I think that
when I seeded the original movies, I added like the reason why this is showing ID 12 is because that's the 12th movie it's had total. I think Poodle would be the one that's actually the first. What the heck is this? That movie equals find ID.
Interesting. So at some point we might want to like reset the database, but for now, at least we seem to have made a little bit of progress with paths. So, I mean, what happens when you find by title?
Yeah. Now, it seems that from what I've been looking up, it seems like that actually doesn't work. Because the find by method works in a weird way where it's like find by space like parameter. So in this case, it would be title. But then that's what I was trying to do before. Here, let's keep it as that for right now. Save it, and we'll reload it.
Well, how come it looks like it worked though? Like, run the test.
When I go to the edit page for Alien, no route matches, action, edit, controller, movies. ID.
Okay, so why in the world do we? I feel like that's a big player in this whole thing, is that me and you keep getting completely different errors from running the same command. Remarkably frustrating. So
try yours again.
Okay, so this is it, right? Or do we have the same error?
No, we don't. Unable to find director in Capybara. I don't have that anymore. Since I've changed the path, since I've changed the paths file, I don't have that anymore.
What does yours say?
Mine
edit movie
says,
path. Wait, what?
Well, that's back in paths.
Okay, you know what? Let's just use the shared terminal for all the. What's it? What are you using the shared one?
No, the shared one for me is like, well, even then the shared one's not updating every time you run it anymore. The 671. Well, now it's running right now. Okay, so if you make your.
I'm gonna close this one so I don't accidentally use it, and I'm going to make this bigger. And I guess were you just hitting down, up, something? So this way there is absolutely no confusion. What?
Scroll just a little bit.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Give an eye on the. Oh yeah. Whoa.
Does that even make sense?
Features dot feature deprecation sprockets feature. When I follow.
This is like a completely different error.
That is.
This is completely different from what like.
Did we just not run the same? What the? Search by director. That's the test we're doing, right? Add a director. I mean, that looks like it skipped over something.
It literally skipped the entire test. But why?
Run it again. Just run the test again.
This is so frustrating. Okay, so now we're gonna scroll up.
All right, that's test 2. That's. This is. I don't know what's happening with you. This is.
That's what I'm like. There's something
very weird.
going terribly wrong.
features
like the first scenario, just
when I find movies with the same director, then I should be on similar movies. Yeah, that's going to second scenario.
what happened to the first one?
That doesn't even seem like the same terminal I have, because I don't have that stuff at the top. Like, I can't fully scroll to see what I have. Like, I can't scroll up to see what I have, but it doesn't look the same way yours does.
Given the following movies exist and it's like empty, it's not there's nothing populated in that table. What?
Well, now but that's not how this looks, right? No, the table's got stuff in it. What the? Then I should see Ridley Scott when I follow the Find Movies with Director. But it isn't running test 1 again. Like, what?
And if I run it in my own terminal, I bet that it will, because of things and reasons.
And when I run it on mine, I get a completely different error.
You get a completely different error than what I'm getting. Yeah.
I'm getting... What is... Here, we might just want to close all of this right now and then reopen it. Like, I can stop the server, I'll re-rake the routes, and I'll CD back into the right thing, and we'll open up all these files again so that we actually, like, are back in agreement somehow, maybe? Maybe we can hope.
Yeah, so I just ran it, again, in a different terminal, and now I've got, again, couldn't find movie with ID equals alien. Well, actually, that makes sense, because I totally changed the paths file.
Yeah.
Hold on. There has to be a dumb reason for this. Are we both operating in the same directory and everything? Homework like acceptance unit test cycle rotten potatoes.
Yep. By title. The changes weren't saved, as I could tell.
Sorry?
But okay, wait. Well, then now that's showing the error that I was having. The ID is still nil.
Wait, you got that to work though? The shared terminal thing?
No, not the shared terminal, but in the terminal that I was running separately, it was showing the error of the nil, the ID rocket nil. Not in the shared terminal. Not in the shared terminal. You can just ignore that.
Okay, yeah, I understand. I'm just checking it out. Okay, so what, we're gonna close literally everything that we have open entirely, like every tab in Cloud9?
Yes.
And then close Cloud9 itself. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop the server first, because I don't want that to be anything. But then I'm gonna close that. I close the other bash terminal. I'm gonna close the main bash terminal. That's the shared one. We closed that. That's already exited. Close my personal one. Close movie. Close this other bash terminal. Paths, edit, all of this goes. Everything must goes. All right, now I'm gonna add a new terminal, a new terminal, a new terminal. What do I have? So bash terminal starting with 6 is where I'm gonna be actually like doing
bash terminal starting with 6.
Yeah, 6, 7, something.
Don't even see one called that. Are you?
Bash / Ubuntu.
I see 874, 730, 372 as.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. What the? 6717. Are they supposed to have different numbers at the top?
No.
No, they're not. Okay, then I can't tell which ones are which. You just open up mine, I guess. -A. Okay, that's the one I have for rake routes. So this is just going to be the one I rake my routes in. Nope, that's not how you spell English. Routes there. I've got that. And over here is where we do. So we do potatoes. No, not that. Homework. -A. And potatoes. Have here. And here's where we start up the server. $$port. $$IP. That should start up the server.
Mm-hmm.
Running there. We can close this because it's going to be gone.
We've got these movies here listed. How nice.
These are actually there. I'm detached from session 874. Now I'm no longer with that. First one is not working anymore. Okay, then I'm sure new terminal.
Yeah, it's totally not working anymore. It just says exited, right?
Homework -A. Then run potatoes. And then here we should do the cucumber.
Okay, wait, which one?
Search by, okay, it's I don't know how to specify it. You've already have, I guess it's the one for me that you don't have open.
Okay, got it.
Okay, you're there. Okay.
Features.
Search.
Features.
Features.
/ yeah, it's in the features folder.
Search by
director.feature.
All right. I cannot scroll up this.
I can for whatever reason.
Sure. Just
feature search for movies by director. Isn't that skipping steps again? Isn't that like the whole problem that we're having here?
Maybe there's like a change.
No. Okay. Nope. That's a good thing. When I go to the edit page for Alien, no route matches. Action edit controller movies ID nil.
All right. Okay. So.
Okay.
That
so
code
at least
paths is not working.
But at least we've got it like it's not all messed up. But I don't know what that was all about.
Yeah.
That was quite obnoxious. What are we gonna? So we're editing paths, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna try it again.
Well, so right now, what you're giving it, you're calling edit movie path, and when you call movie.find by title, I'm pretty sure that it's literally returning a movie object.
Okay.
So you would have to call like dot something on it, right? To I think. No. Because it says wait, that was me, I think. Parameters ID equals 12. Can you run the test again?
Yeah.
I want to see what happens on the because there's a bash terminal where you have the server.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed on that bash terminal.
I've ran the test again. If you can go back to the other terminal.
I'm not concerned with the test though. I'm just saying that you ran the test. Cucumber should be trying to load a page, and the server should be saying that it looked up a record, and it's not.
Right.
The last thing that it's showing is a request that I made that I can replicate. I can just, if I hit F5 and go into here, it comes up with, okay, here's a new, how come it's not doing that when you run the test? You see what I mean?
Yeah. These already have an edit page, right, though? Yeah.
Yeah.
More about Alien. there's the edit button, and it shows the page.
And we've decided that if we just type edit movie path 1, it works, right?
Yes. Because if we edit movie path 1, then it just goes after the first. Tries to get access to the first page, which is, well, conveniently, it's Alien.
No, but now it's not working. Unless, of course, it's like doing this thing.
Again.
What?
I didn't run the test again. I thought we already did. Here.
Yeah, you got. Yeah, why don't you run it? I ran it again, but it just gave the same error. Maybe if you do it, it's that's like the magic touch. I don't know.
I ran it again.
In the terminal that both of us are using?
Yes, in the shared one.
Okay, it says 4 passed, which is greater than 3 passed. So we used to have 3 passed, and now we have 4 passed.
Wait, where are you looking right now?
Are we in the same terminal?
I can't scroll up to see what the results are, so I can only see like the bottom.
Yeah. So do you see 4 passed?
Yes, 4 passed.
Which is more than 3 passed. Like if you look at my screen now,
yeah.
If I go back up, I think that this is the old test, but who even knows? Because the way that these terminals are displayed is ridiculous. But this looks like it was the old test that ran, but I really have absolutely no idea, because do you see how these are sort of concatenated with each other such that it's impossible to tell which one is which? Yeah. You do see that, right? Like
yes, I am.
I think that might have been our problem. As like, maybe we were seeing the same thing and we just didn't know where to look because it...
Use Alt to toggle mouse mode.
And the thing is, if you type clear, which is supposed to, you guessed it, clear the terminal, and then run the test again, it just brings back the old contents of the terminal because it hates us. Again, making it like impossible to tell which test ends where.
Yeah.
Whoa, what's that?
I'm looking at something else. Is there an escape? No, let's see. Q. Hey, Q. It's Q.
We need to figure out how to run one test at a time. Like that's something that we literally have to do because this is impossible to. It's impossible to deal with this.
There was a way. There was a way we were doing it last time.
Oh yeah, no, there's totally a way. It just
No, not paths. It was a movie steps. I think it was the fail unimplemented call. That.
Here.
Where do we? Oh wait. No, we would not just. We can just pull them out of the features. The features file. Nope. Let's close this because I don't want to have that open. These steps. That's Cucumber. Don't want it. Don't want that either. So we close this. Just head over here and just cut 22 to 34. Just get rid of them. We'll add them later. Just add them.
What? You literally just deleted the other tests?
Just deleted them because we know where we can get the other tests from. 2 passed. When I go to edit the page for Alien and I fill in director with Ridley Scott.
All right. Well,
find director.
Well, now that we know that works, we need to actually figure out how to make it work, like in general, which is gonna.
Okay. Well, okay.
Why do you think that this is the syntax, but it shows? I mean, I think these are the same thing. I think that these are saying like the example on line 26 and what you have written are saying the same thing, just in a different way, right? Like you can. sort of how you can write functions with either parentheses or like that.
Yeah.
So how do you say, like, you want to say movie dot like get ID?
I'm gonna get active record. Let's see, active record get ID. How do I get ID values after saving an active record model in Rails? User goes user.new, user new, user new. Okay, well, we could make this. Okay, well. So what is that even grabbing? Is this, was there a way that we can't print anything out, right? We're just sort of movie.find by title is the movie, but then we need ID, which would be like .id at the end, right? I would guess. Yeah, .id. So just like right there, try .id. Maybe by magic it'll work this time. ID for nil class, no method. So no, .id is not a method for this. Then where am I thinking this is from? Then the hash says movie.find ID, look up movie by unique ID. We pass in the ID for show, which is different because that's coming in from.
So what, have you just made any discoveries?
No, I'm still looking. I know that ID is not what we need, so ID is, we just get rid of it.
It's yeah.
ID does not work, but then we need, so, but I mean, God, active record says that it should exist. ID is a thing that exists here. I mean, I guess then we're just not looking it up, right? So find by is not working the way I think it is, so.
I have no clue how to use these active record methods.
Yeah, I'm like.
I have absolutely no idea. So. They're always referred to by IDs on the website, and I have absolutely no idea how to make them not. How to convert a name to an ID.
Yeah. No, skip for this, skip over this. We need to just find anything that says URL resources, link to, and nope, don't care about that.
What is MoviePath? Like, where even, like, where is this method? Like, this, it's
MoviePath?
Yeah, I want to know what the definition of MoviePath is. Where do I find this?
MoviePath is from the rake routes. So
like in index.haml, when we call MoviePath movie is the movie object, right? So
movie is the movie object.
What does so how does it work? It can't just be in a part of the routes, because it doesn't have any idea how to define MoviePath some object.
I mean,
okay, let's see what fun error this throws at us. Can't find movie with ID equals Aladdin. Or Alien, my bad.
Wait, can't find movie with ID equal. Yeah, okay. Can't find movie with ID equals. Yeah, because we need to look up. God, I want this find by to work. It's fine. Why is okay? Maybe we could just split this up into several lines and do it like the dumb way. We have just to check.
Wait, why can't it find movie with ID? Isn't that even worse than what we had before? No,
No,
it's the same. It's the same exact thing, right?
Yeah. Equals. We're gonna do this the dumb way and see if it's just title. And movie would be.
Oh.
Nope.
No, it's not gonna make any difference.
It's definitely not. I guarantee it. Nope. And it's like ID. It's saying that ID is not a thing. ID is not a. I guess it. But then again, it's a nil class, so maybe it's that the find by is not working. But that's not how that should be.
It's a shame you can't just type print, right? To verify what data you're working with.
Yeah. Well,
it would be way too easy if you could do that.
First name, fine. The first record of matching some condition. It should be. If it can't, it find by returns nil if it can't find an attribute that equals that. So maybe, but we know that the title of.
What happened when you just did find by title and then called it on movie instead of movie.id? What would happen then?
Well, if it says that it's nil, then I know that find by title is not working. If it says that it can't find it for ID equals alien, then I'm getting an object.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting a movie object and just doesn't know how to process it, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's getting an ID nil, where, okay, so it's just that this function is not actually finding the ID. Find its active record.
Okay, so what if we just ask it to do absolute nonsense? Does it not say, oh, I can't find that field? It just returns nil?
Say again.
Yeah. See, now it says no such column poodle. So that is totally returning the right thing. You are getting something back when you say find by title, because if you look on my screen, it's coming up and saying, oh, like, the completely made up and ridiculous column that you're looking for does not exist. But when you run it with find by title, oh, it's able to find it all of a sudden, right? So we know that that's totally working. You're definitely getting something back. We just don't know what and can't check what because you can't print.
Mm-hmm. That should be.
Do you? Okay, now we know that edit movie path works.
Should be the same, so this should get the same.
I don't think that.
Back the same. It's still just saying that it's a no, but we have to pass in the ID of that, which should just be movie.id. That doesn't work. Because ID is, because there's no method for ID.
Yeah, like ID is internal to
This method has been deprecated on the latest stable version. Last existing version, so... Okay, maybe get ID was deprecated. Active record, get ID.
Well, it's definitely not row because that says nil class.
2011. Okay.
ID does the same thing though, right? Can you look up like active record get row number or something like that? Because that has to be what it is. Like, oh my. How come MoviePath movie in index just automatically works? Like, what is movie? Movie is an object. But calling that just works. Did you see what I did?
No. What'd you do?
Just when I go to the edit page, like,
yeah,
I literally replaced it with, instead of like whatever edit movie path, just with movie path 1, just to see what would happen, because I have no idea how index.haml can call movie path on a movie object and somehow just work because things and reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided, okay, like what if we use that? And it turns green, which doesn't make any sense anyway, because that's not the edit page. That's just a page with more details. It's not even. It's I don't know. How are these generated? That's like I feel like that's the whole thing. Like what even is movie path? What even is edit movie path? Where do you find the definitions for these? Like typing rake, I guess helps, but like still, like how does Ruby know what those are? There has to be some sort of.
I mean, the other place that calls this is index, where it calls movies path. So, sort title ratings, movies path. So we're calling movie path on a movie. movie is just the thing. It's like that should be enough. But I mean, I guess
Couldn't find movie with ID equals alien.
yeah. Because
And then if we change it to find by title, it doesn't say that it can't find the movie. It works. It comes back and gives us some sort of result that we have no clue what the format of it is.
yeah, no, it gives a movie, but the path doesn't. Oh, I don't know that. That
It
should
just
be.
says. Well, it just says the ID is nil. It doesn't say that anything went wrong. Like if I change this line to 1, and then I still have it find by the title, it's not going to say I couldn't find it because it is finding it. We just have no idea how to get the row number in the database.
Yeah, I've looked at it, and there doesn't seem to be.
Because it works.
I'm trying. I'm really trying here. I'm really, and it's just not. It's use PG. Yeah, if you have counts or more, yeah, sure, why not? Sorts. Limits and offsets. Adding indexes. The textbook is saying that we might have to modify movie. Doesn't seem like it's going to be good. But let's see. What does it say? Self.find and what was that even? Sure, why not?
Okay, maybe. Okay.
What?
I am no longer convinced that find by title is even doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I changed edit movie path to just, send in some variable that's instead of ID, and it still just says nil, nil class.
Oh wait, well, I mean, I guess. Hey, maybe
I tried it with reading too. What? No.
Maybe. I haven't saved this, but
Yeah, no, that just broke everything.
it's broke everything.
Yeah, just completely nuked it.
Oh boy, cool. Well, let's reverse it. Yeah.
I don't understand, like, there's literally an example, and we're following that example, like, to a T. Like, there's no reason to include that example if not to help us figure this out.
Mhm. Oh man. Well, I shouldn't be changing this. I shouldn't be changing that. Oh my god. Oh man.
Can we try redoing the database? I think that the database might be screwed. I feel like that's an element of this. I can't be sure, but I think that might be part of the issue. Actually,
Right. No.
because if it was, I don't think the website would be working anyway.
Man.
This isn't. There's no way that this is meant to be this difficult.
Yeah, no.
There's
We're
just
missing something.
no possible way.
We either haven't changed something that we needed to change in order for it to be recognized correctly, or we're just morons and we can't figure out like one line of Ruby code for this thing that needs to happen. Oh man. Maybe we didn't change edit. Maybe we didn't pair existing. That it is fine. I follow the website and I go to Alien. I go to edit. So when I go to, this is not there. When I go to the edit page for Alien, pass in the string. So then it goes over to web steps, right? When Oh my god, it's like this. God, this should work. Like from every single thing that there's. Do you want to just keep it as 1 and then see if we can get through the rest of the test? Like we can ask Rose about this tomorrow. We manually put in 1 and then we just fix it tomorrow. But we see how much we can get working outside of this case. Right? Edit movie path 1 is what works. And I fill in the director. So capybara element not found, doesn't know how to add director. Features web steps, and I fill in blank with blank. That's in web steps. When I fill in blank with blank field value, fill in field with value. Fill in, and fill in is where? Fill in field with field. Where does this fill in function? Does not seem to help at all. Calls fill in. Fill in. So it doesn't know yet. As the director thing. Edit movie.find params and update params and destroy. Yep, that's all there. Index has that. Edit has edit existing movie label. So maybe like close label movie.
Okay, so I just went online and looked up this assignment because I'm finding this impossibly frustrating.
Yes.
And the GitHub that I found has the exact same line of code that we have been trying to make work for 2 hours now. And that is their finished code.
Their finished solution is
it is literally like hold on, let me just show you, just to be clear here. This is the exact code from that GitHub, copy and pasted right there. The lines 21 and 22.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the .id is not working.
Nope.
The .id is not working for us.
That's okay. That is the thing. Copy and pasted directly, and it worked. Why did it work?
There was a thing.
No, you don't. Hey, Owen, it worked, but why?
It works now.
Yeah, but like why? I feel like that's the important
Oh, because
part.
well, I mean, have you gone back to the way it was before? Have you changed it back? Or
No.
have you put in this code right here and it's running now?
The line 21 and 22 is some code from the internet. And then there's what we have.
Which is an 18 and 19?
Yeah, 18 and 19 is ours, 21, 22 is not. What is the difference? The only difference is
what's being grabbed here is different.
What difference does that make, though?
Plus. That's not exactly the same.
I know it's not. I'm just very, very curious.
Okay. Also, I'm messing with something else right now. Give me a second, because director, then it would be, what is this text field movie? Date select. Okay, then this would be text field. Yeah. So
What? Like,
close text field movie.
I don't understand the difference between these regular expressions. Like, whether you capture everything or whatever this other regular expression means, like, the value being passed is still the same.
Hey, if the other expression works, then it's just for us to figure out why eventually.
I think the quotes have something to do with it
Mm-hmm.
because you want to. The name of the movie is wrapped in quotes from when it's called from, like, by the test. Wait, hold on. No. Just put it back. Just put it back. It worked. It worked. Just put it back to like what I had a sec ago. If was that it? No, it's not. I mean, I thought I had 5 passed before, like a second ago. Nope. Okay. Yeah. Do you see? I didn't run it on the shared one. I ran it on mine, and I did stop screen sharing.
Yep.
So, um, so those quotes are what held us up for 2 hours. That's fantastic. Oh man. So all of this works. Except
Then
this,
the director of
we have to define then the director of in web steps. I am so upset right now. Like, I've been getting so worked up over this, and it was so stupid.
Yeah. All right. Just have to change something in web steps, he said?
Or movie steps. Then the director of. I think it doesn't really matter which one, but probably movie steps. Yeah, because web steps is like more general. So yeah, I would say movie steps. But you're gonna use methods in web steps to define our method in movie, whatever methods from web steps to define the one in movie steps.
And then the director of should be. Okay. I'm going to capture that as the director of title.
Movie, comma, director. Yeah, title, comma, director, whatever.
Okay. Now in web steps, we have a whole bunch of things where it's like, all right, I've got to get back over to movie steps. Steps.
I mean, the director should be.
There's on 141 in web steps. There's the field within blank should contain. I don't know how we access that.
No, that's not what you want.
No, it's not. Okay.
Fields, I'm pretty sure in like this context means the like a field is like an input like an input field, like a you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Like a text box, like you're typing into a text box, like that's field.
Yeah.
Where's the file that we were just editing? What was that one called?
Paths.rb.
Paths. Okay. How do you make an assertion? Do you?
An assertion? Oh, well, should be.
Like, how do you like return a value even? Oh, I'm looking in web steps and I don't really get it.
Oh, okay. Wait. So then, wait. What are you then? Should be. Where is that? Is that one of the? Okay, wait. Am I not thinking that's? Choose attach. Should see.
I think it's just assert.
So in these other calls up here, I mean, this one's just creating, and this is doing it and expect.
Mm-hmm.
But here, the step call,
Mm-hmm.
what is that doing exactly?
It's literally it's calling like a method in web steps.
Okay.
It's literally saying so it's running a loop and it's saying
Okay.
like I check, I uncheck. What do you do equals? Like if I wanted to say, I want to say that basically the director in the database equals director. I bet I can't just do that because that would be too simple, right? So there has to be another thing. Either way, the acceptance test won't work. Because we haven't added the ability to
I think I might have already.
Oh, you did? You made it so that you can update movie info and change the director?
Um,
I mean, if you did, then
I don't know exactly like all the steps that would be required for it, but I went over to I guess I changed the edit view, and then the controller was just update already can handle that because it just takes whatever param we pass in and it updates it. Ready?
okay.
So the controller's fine with it. The movie.rb doesn't even worry about what actually goes into a movie. The controller deals with that. So I think I might be capable of handling it anyway at this point.
Undefined method. So how do I ask if two strings are equal? I forgot. Because then that should be it for this test.
Ruby two strings equal.
Yeah, right? Isn't that ridiculous? Can't remember. I think it's just because I exhausted my like mental abilities on that one very trivial thing.
Yeah, the dumb, stupid. Yeah, no, the equals thing should be it. That's true. You can do equals, or you can do like more complicated thing. But I don't. I don't know about that assert. Ruby assert. I don't. At this point, my brain is just like I can't. I am.
Why does it say undefined method plus? So I ripped this out of web steps. That's definitely a valid method. Assert underscore equal expected actual is definitely a real thing.
Mm-hmm. Hombre. Hombre.
Just because I just want to make sure that it's very clear. Like, in case there's some sort of very weird, strange mess up between those variables, I don't think it's possible, really, but I am at a complete loss.
It's like I feel we should be using the web steps stuff. I don't feel like that we should be doing this way. I don't know.
Well, I mean, this is like an example of how a web steps thing works. I think that this is how it is because you've got. I mean, it's definitely you definitely have to use movie find by title. Like that is. Do we agree on that?
Yeah, sure.
So what else are you going to use? Like this is precisely what we want, isn't it? Where we want to ensure that the value stored in the database is equal to the value being passed to our method. Like that's what this one line of code is supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. There was another one for string equal we could try. Yeah, QL. Movie.find title by title returns a movie object.
Mm.
Yeah, it returns a movie object, right?
Yeah, then you can call .director and it should give you the director.
Yeah. So .director equal question mark.
The only problem is that doesn't make the test fail if what you're asking fails, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think that this will pass no matter what. Like I think if I change the name of the director in the test file to Poodle and run it, it's still going to pass. Yeah. Because the keyword assert is what if like it evaluates to not true, that's what makes the test fail.
Okay. But then the assert still doesn't actually
Still does not, it doesn't like which I don't get, because if you look in web steps you can see like sample uses of assert. I mean, you can also see that you can use it like it evaluates whether something is.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, couldn't we pass this into one of those web steps that does that assert?
No, because none of them really.
I mean,
then okay, yeah, you guess you could stay. No.
No.
Like which? I mean, I guess theoretically, but like which one? Because it's not saying like the name of the step is the director of Alien should be Ridley Scott. So it's not like you can't say then I should see, because you don't actually see anything. Like when you hit change.
Mm-hmm.
To change the director, like when you hit submit, it doesn't come back with the page showing the updated information. It just says, oh, updated successfully. So you can't say,
okay,
you can't like look at page content at all, which is what web steps is really all about. Like I think literally every method in there has to do with interacting with the page in some way, but all we're interested in is checking the content of the database. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. Well, if the assert's not working, because we need to raise an error if it's false. Because I mean, I saw before that you could use the raise, that people were suggesting use the raise key or the raise like we did earlier or before, like in the previous assignments, we'd use raise something unless this was true.
I mean, yeah, you can go ahead and try.
But I don't know what. I mean, what would it raise? What would we raise here that would cause it to fail? Like raise. I'm just gonna comment yours because I keep it. Like raise. Blah. Unless then movie died. Well, this whole thing can just be copied over because that's what.
There's more than just raise hoopla, but we'll try it out. Yeah. Hoopla.
Argument error. Okay, then we can. Oh,
I mean,
raise.
I just know that's the only error that I can come up with right now that I think does something.
Yeah.
Nothing. This is so ridiculous.
Wait,
like,
wait.
what?
Did you just run it again, or did you?
Yeah. Undefined method new for cucumber. I'm almost positive that's how that works. Argument error dot new. Yeah, right.
Come on. Or new parentheses? I mean, if it's Ruby, I feel like it would never have parentheses.
I don't even know what this error means. Oh, maybe that worked. Did that work? Poodle argument error.
Yeah, toss the error poodle because the director was not equal. I mean, we gotta change that back to Ridley Scott. Raise poodle.
Wow.
Hey.
But that's so stupid. There has to be
raise poodle. Oh no.
It's not even an argument error. It's not. It's not even really an error. Like okay, whatever. I don't care. I mean, if it works,
sure, whatever. Pass it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that passed. Do we go on? I'm really tired right now. I've been up for a very long time, and I don't know if I can finish this tonight.
I
know that you just drank that coffee. Like,
well, yeah,
4 hours ago.
I also have an exam on Thursday, and I really need to spend tomorrow like I haven't studied for it.
Yeah.
And I have Eileen's homework to do tomorrow,
Same.
in addition to studying for the exam on Thursday. Like, I really don't think that I'm going to be able to do this tomorrow, so...
Okay.
I mean, if
we can continue.
is she
with
gonna
it.
let us work on this tomorrow in class?
I think we might be starting like an iteration tomorrow.
Oh man.
Yeah, you know, I'll look at this box, see what it says, or actually I'll look at my.
How many more test cases do we have, and do they get a lot harder?
A new link on a movie details page. Find movies with same director, and shows all movies that share the same director as the displayed movie. For this, you have to modify the show movie view, and you have to add a route, view, and controller method for find with the same director.
Sorry?
We have to create a new link on the movie details page. So if we go to the site and we get the more about details.
We have to add a new link that does what?
Oh wait, the details page doesn't have what I want it to have. Okay, that's a shame. Where does that page come from? What handles that? Creates that page? Details. Guess what creates this page?
Sort movie list. I'm trying to find the
Director is there.
Why can't I find the views? What is that in again? App. Right? Yeah.
Views. Yeah.
So what exactly are we adding to the edit movie page? I don't know why I'm asking. I can just freaking I have the link open. It's just because I guess I'm tired too.
Yeah, that's the
Second
thing.
that you
that,
pick a new link on a movie details page, find movies with the same director, and shows all movies that share the same director. For this, you have to modify the existing show movie view, and you have to add a route, view, and controller method. So we have to modify show.
Yeah, I'm in show right now looking at it. And
Nice.
There's already right away I can see that I have to add a box for really add a thing for not released on. Nope. Directed by probably is what we need. Directed by at movie director or dot not just by director. That's all.
Sorry.
Okay. And then so that should change the way there's a director.
Oh, you added directed by to the details page?
Directed by, so you can see the director. So
Mm-hmm.
Then what we need to add is
Link.
Sure.
It has to have a link,
Click
right?
on a new link on the find movies with the same director. So then, I guess down here we'd have.
So are you in? What Hamel file are you in right now?
The show.hamel.
Okay, that would explain it. Because I'm in edit.
Yeah. And we're gonna do let's just copy that because I don't want to find movies with same director. Find movies with same director. Come on. Where's it? There's find movies with same director. And this is going to method delete. Nope, we're not going to do that. Edit. Link to edit.
I guess just call it.
Back to movie list. What is this? Okay, well, this is going to show all movies that share the same director as the displayed movie. So, what does that mean by this? What is that? Does it mean it's going to send us to a new page?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think that it's gonna send us. We're gonna want to bring it to MoviePath. We're just gonna want to provide some other parameter, I think, because it says like modify, add a route, view, and controller method. I guess not. A route, view, and controller method. So if you're adding a new route, I guess it does want you to just say like you can just name it whatever you want, I guess.
Yeah, but how do we?
Movie underscore director, some whatever.
Let's call it like director path. I don't know. How do we add a new path? That wouldn't be down in paths.
You can just call it with @movie.
@movie.
Because we'll just call it with, unless you want to try @movie.director, but that might be that'd probably be easier, honestly. So we don't have to figure out how to parse. Yeah, .director. And now we need to add a new path. How do you do that in paths?
Paths does not contain that exactly, because I mean these already take routes. Like these are built off of routes, right? But I mean, okay, is that gone now? Nope, that workspace. The rake routes is gone. CD all the way.
Well, definition path to page name, right?
Definition path to page name.
I think. Is it even? It might not even be in routes. I might just be like ridiculous. Movie path.
You probably don't have to define a new.
Well, I guess we can. By using rake routes, we should be able to.
Rake routes shows me what is there, but
you don't know, yeah.
I don't know how that gets edited. How do we add a new route? We have to be like something very basic, like in initializers, my session route parameters, boot, locals, routes.rb.
I don't know where that is. I was kind of looking for that though. That does seem like it would be promising.
Config.
Root.
Map.
No,
it doesn't see. Environment, database, cucumber application. No. All this stuff does not seem to matter. Or rather definitely does matter in some way that I just don't understand. Schema, seeds, development tests. Oh.
How to add a route.
That's the fear about me getting like this tired, is I'm just not like I'm not productive. I'm not able to solve these problems.
I mean, we can like I don't want you to be like tied at me tomorrow if I just don't have time to do this. Like if it comes down to like I will try to, but if it comes down to finishing this or studying for that test, I'm definitely going to
yeah. What time's your test?
Study for the test
on Thursday.
2:50. But like I can't study, you know.
Mm-hmm.
the day of and expect to do decent. It's like
No, to me, I'm thinking more that like tomorrow we could just ask Rose if we could have it done by Thursday.
okay.
Because I mean, the thing is like we have a whole bunch of stuff all due. We have the PL homework, and you have your exam on Thursday, and we were struggling with it extremely tonight. Like,
Oh, yes, all true.
I know she'll want us to have it done as soon as possible, but if we can have it, it'll be better than the time we had it. We're working on it on Friday, so we could work on it Thursday night. Well, we can talk to her about it like that.
Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
that sounds like a decent plan.
Okay. Oh right, I said I'd go and okay.
Hmm?
I said I'd go and look up and see what we're going to be doing tomorrow, and then I did. I just stopped.
Right, yeah, because if we can,
If we're working on this tomorrow,
yeah, if we can work on this in class, I feel like there's a good chance we might even be able to get it done if that were the case, because there's going to be other people who might have.
Wednesday start project iteration 1. So
Of
we
course.
start our first.
Okay. That said, no, maybe that might be wrong. I was gonna say like Ron and Sid could start project iteration 1, or we could all just. I mean, I'm sure Ron and Sid probably won't have the homework done either.
Yeah, maybe they have.
Do you know what iteration 1s do? Does it say that on there? Is it? Hope to God it's not during spring break.
So, when we get back, oh yeah, Monday, March 25th is when it's due. So
It's
it's
due
got to be done over
slightly
break.
after.
It's got to be done over break.
Okay.
What fun.
All right. I guess we can just whatever be done with this. For now, we'll see what she has to say. I would definitely be down to do it on Thursday after the test. That would be ideal at this point, I think.
Yeah.
Have you? Do you want to end the broadcast then?
Yeah, I can end it. We'll end it for tonight. Oh, okay. How do I do that?